There are a couple of containers of red water missing, as well as is the part of a crew. Yes, Captain, that's true. What happened? They just took a couple of containers and left into the alleys of the city, just like that. I'm extremely sorry, this won't ever happen again, Captain John. Yes, this won't happen again. Tell me, the crew took way longer to put cargo on the ship than the last time. Yes, they complained of strange symptoms. I don't know exactly how to explain it all. There's no need. Explain me yours. I know you feel them too. After all, you wouldn't do such a mistake. I know you. When we get on the planet, when we get close, I got this shimmer in my head. At first it was only on the planet itself, but now after a few runs, it grew with each passing asteroid belt. And on the planet, the red water said, I won't ridicule you or anything of the sort. Captain, the containers, I can hear voices coming from them. People spoke of singing on the planet. I can swear I heard voices coming from the containers, from within them, I mean. Now on the ship, it's not as loud, but when I get close, I still hear. I see. We are getting off this planet now. We are selling this water to the highest bidder and never coming back. At each belt, I want communications on all ships be given to the Ludic crew. I want them to read passages of their book as we fly past them. Nobody gets into the holds with the water. Dismissed. What happens to mods? Some stay just like they are, mods. Players use them when they get bored of their favorite vanilla games. Developers mostly leave mods alone, however, there are also those fools who destroy any fan project, mods included. Then there are the few goats who look at mods and say, hey, this is nice, it ain't a mod anymore, it is a part of the game from now on. And of course, Starsector creators are such goats. Just look at special operation fleets running around now. Today I will speak about one mod. You may have heard that everyone loves Coal Combine, but everyone loves Hazard Mining Incorporated as well. It's even in the Gospel of Starsector, Seth's video, so people love it. But why? For example, why do I love it, although I never use those junk ships Hazard has to offer? Why do I use this mod anyway? Because of the sheer amount of content. Not only a new faction, but also systems which are more than simple homes of the new faction. With the colony system, I feel the struggle of creating and then surviving outside the core worlds isn't that well shown. Of course, there are access struggles, the distance, the hazard of simply traveling through storms of hyperspace away from the core worlds. With hazard mining, I feel this. And while I did this footage, this video, I remembered how brutal this fringe of the sector is. Although it may seem so close to the core worlds, I used so many calls and commands, man, to get some good footage. Progress of danger can be seen as the player fleet ventures into the south of the sector. First is the hazard system, which despite its name is not that hazardous. It's quite safe, safest of all those systems. Home to the main planet of the Hazard Corporation and a world of Ludic Church, Teams, a habitable world. There's also a hazard station which isn't of much importance. Next system is a, well, profitable one for HMI, as they exploit a gas giant there, but holy shit is it unsafe. Kamikaze is hostile, extremely so, filled with pirates where the neutron star beam doesn't reach. An extremely hostile place, but all fuel of HMI comes from this place. Also, it has a secret, catches and 14th battle group ships if you can make it towards the center. Good luck. A good place to dump so needed everything for the pirates, trying to snatch some precious profit from the hazard base here. Yet there's so much better place to supply supplies, getting a ton of money from trade. Obsidian system, a system of conflict and profit thanks to missing the hostile star of Kamikaze. Although much safer, this place is a den of pirates which conflict with Tritachon outpost here and the hegemony outpost made here to counter the Tritachon influence. Here HMI has our planet rich in ore and crystals, a jewel of profit in this hazardous part of the sector. Ludic Path does Ludic Path things here, adding more to the conflict of this place. Then right next to hazard system is the mercy system. Rich in food, this world is an opposite of the place Luddites keep an eye on. The planet, I can hear voices, some telling me they need help and then join them. This world of Samael is haunted. We should leave immediately, yet this red water on it, it is profitable and has effects like drugs. We are leaving now. Yet, yeah, let's this planet stay in HMI hands. We have no need for it. This planet shows how close danger is to the heaven of safety. Which brings me to the place because of which I made this video. System of Opuntia, home to only one hold of the HMI Corporation. This system is in the state of endless conflict, not between the corporation and its enemy factions, but against something else. Not remnants, not derelicts. This place is infested with nanite swarms, coming from an orbital base known simply as the Mess. This faction, this threat to the sector, was a thing before the threat in game. By how threat works and how the Mess is described in HMI lore, we can deduce, we can clearly see this faction. These enemies inspired the threat or came from the same inspiration, ironically becoming a thing in a mod before becoming an actual enemy in vanilla game, which shows us what I said in the beginning. Creators of Starsector do take parts of mods and put them into the game proper. Of course, Thread was built up from before it became a proper enemy, but we got the Mess first. And now the Mess is using mechanics from the Thread, like the nanite swarms. Now with the Thread in the abyss and the Mess doing its mod things, it's quite interesting to look at the Mess, because the Mess isn't actually that lore breaking. The Mess gives us a look, I think, at what can happen when nanites, in soil nanites or those in nanoforges, go wrong. Nanoforges, if you missed it, I missed it the first time for a long time, but like it's in the name, it's made of nanites. Nanoforges are boxes with nanites, which print blueprints. Blueprints are nanoforges limitations, so they don't do the thread. As we can see with corrupted nanoforges and the thread, those can be corrupted. Corrupted in a sense that they aren't as useful as their building capacity is damaged, and corrupted in a way that they want to destroy everything. The Mess in this mode is probably giving us a look at how Thread looked during its beginning stages. It also shows us the Thread on a smaller scale, here with one base going wrong instead of all going wrong at once. The Mess makes regular ships, ships known to us, but it makes them all regular ships, warships, even remnant ships. It will eat all and incorporate those designs into its fleets. This shows us how Thread worked in the beginning before the evolution. Those designs of the Mess remain regular, at least for now. HMI harvests ships of the Mess, and Mess does it in turn to them. This is again a clear sign of how crazy the corporation is. This company doesn't give a shit. They jump into a system with a neutral star, they stay in the fringes, they stay on the Iron Lung world, and then these guys try to eat, yes, eat the Mess, the early stages of Thread basically. Those guys are crazy, and their ships are also crazy. I don't use them because they suck, but they basically are something like this. We have a hull, right? Yeah, I think we do. So we have engines as well. Yeah, I think we do. So we have weapons. Yeah, we are set, bro. It is a combination of junk and junk. That's what those ships are. And I love destroying them. That's it. I honestly don't have anything else to say about the faction of hazard mining. The rest of the mod is way more interesting. Samuel, this planet sinks. A planet of oceans of red water, making people see things. It's not the only thing in this fringe of the sector that's Eldrich. Still, it's one of the things Luddites, Hegemony and Tritaion have an eye on with their outposts in the fringe worlds. This thing on this planet under HMI control ain't anything Tritaion experimented with like they did with other things further into the fringe. This is, I don't believe I say this, it is a natural phenomena. By this I mean it's just there before any faction did the funny. What it is, well, nobody knows, and it's just an Eldritch funny thing from this mod. But if it comes to Starsector, I'm the lore guy, so let me read more into this. From this planet we see the mod played on the idea of the song, and maybe influenced the main game with it. My idea for this is that this planet is akin to the red moons from Ironlang, but the water here ain't the blood of humans who vanished during the Quiet Rapture. Of course, I don't have any evidence for this, nor do I have any, as this is a mod and it's not canon. Of course, I don't have any evidence for what I'm about to say, nor do I need any, as this is a mod. This ain't canon in any way. Samuel, I feel, is a planet where the blood of shrouded dwellers gathers after their incursions are destroyed. I don't have any proof, nor will I try to make this make any sense. I just think this idea is rad, and that's why I speak about it. This may be it for the Hazard Mining Incorporated, but it's not. This mod is known for its secrets. I spoke a little bit of, but I will not spoil anything else because surely more secrets I don't know about were added. So I can only say what I remember. Mess is also somewhere else in the sector, and near the abyss Tritaion tried to do the funny again. So yeah, in one of my videos I spoke that HMI horror does not work anymore because of the abyss in the vanilla game. Well, I think that's correct, but also incorrect at the same time. It can also enhance the vanilla horror, as those two may be combined in headcanons like I did in this video, so I feel I was wrong. This mod still does its horror job. Now, for the ship I used, it's from Nightcross Remnants mod, a mod that gives an independent world of Nightcross company. System with Nightcross is to the north of the sector. Nightcross ships are high-tech to the maximum and illegal, making them hostile to Hegemony. However, Nightcross is not actually a faction with its own planets. They are a part of Independence, yet have their own trading markets in one of their markets. I think this shows the best how independent factions should work, as it's a league of factions too weak to be shown as their own faction. I used this mod because I felt this one is an opposite to hazard mining. Not only are the corporations opposite of each other, one is high-tech to the maximum, one is junk to the maximum. One is to the north and one is to the south. One adds many systems and secrets while the other just adds what it says and just does it. So I recommend using those two together, and with this I will end this video. I thank you for watching, like and subscribe, but most importantly, tell me what do you think in the comments below. And remember, do not drink the red water.